beyond the grave. It's way too close to home. And as always, the divine fills my cup so that when you leave here, you leave better than you came in. And as I pour into my cup, I hope you pour into yours at home and take this as a hint that we should always drink together. All right. So I'm so glad to be here. The week is midweek, and today we're going to have this great story plus the midweek check-in at the end of the segment. And just so you guys know, you have an opportunity to win an angel blessing and channeled message from me every week. And all you have to do is share this, comment that you shared it, and then email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com. And if you're wondering why you haven't seen me answer any of them at the end of the segment.
Latina.
Hi, Dr. Jenny.
Happy hump day, girl.
Woo-hoo. We're having fun tonight, and we're talking about rest. We're talking about fatigue. We're talking about the causes of fatigue. We're talking about some of the solutions to overcome this. Why are you having fatigue? Well, these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about this evening. We've also got some exciting news. We're looking forward to sharing some great things that are coming your way and for the community, maybe that you're living in as well. At some point, that will be the case, but we'll save that news for later. But welcome, everybody.
Always a pleasure to be with you, Stephen.
Yes.
Educating our watchers
Exactly.
on everything health and wellness and what we're doing to how we're doing that in
Yes.
the community. And Latina is a big integral part of that, isn't she?
She is. And we had a great meeting, very powerful meeting earlier.
Amazing.
And we're going to be collaborating with Latina's Foundation. She has a 501c3 nonprofit foundation, and it's She Speaks Solutions.
Yes. And we focus specifically on mental health and mental health awareness.
Awesome.
Our goal is to make sure that we bring advocacy, awareness, and people like Dr. Jenny and Stephen to the platform in the high-risk, underserved communities.
That's right. You heard that. High-risk, underserved communities. Tell me exactly what that means.
Well, if you think about it, right now we're going through a pandemic, an
Yes.
epidemic, to be honest. And there's a lot of high-risk, underserved, diverse communities that are lacking the resources and the
Okay.
support to
Yeah.
overcome the challenges of mental health and mental health matters. And today's segment really touches on just being able to connect the pieces and giving them the energy to overcome those challenges that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So excited to partner with you guys.
I know it's going to be wonderful.
Super excited to build this relationship and partnership with Dr. Jenny and Stephen. And I really am excited to be a part of the team.
I really love, Stephen, how God is moving in our lives.
Yes.
How he's connecting the pieces of the puzzle. How we're helping the homeless. How we're helping addicts in our community. And how we're helping the Latinos and the Blacks.
Yes.
Right? Because
Absolutely.
really, that's what we're doing. We're empowering a community. I'm Latina, and I know how hard it has been to get where I'm at right now.
Right.
So to be able to extend that, and you're the same way.
Exactly.
You know that it's like, if I had to work that hard and I had those resources, I could have been where I was. I'd have worked 10 times as hard, I thought. It seemed like that. And
Right.
coming from a family that didn't have the opportunity to get educated because we migrated here from Honduras and we didn't have all the resources, right? To be able to go to college,
Exactly.
to be able to find work, even
Exactly.
trade work, scholarships, knowing how to navigate that matrix, they make it really difficult. So I love that we have She Speaks Solutions to be
Yes.
able to help young minorities,
Mhm.
minorities that are multiple, family, multiple children. What does the single mom of 4? What does the single mom of 1? The single mom of 2? Right? I told you about an incident that just happened here in Sarasota County.
Yeah,
When
that was
they're
incredible.
impoverished,
Exactly.
They go
Yeah.
to crime, right?
Right.
Because they're desperate. They want to eat, they need to pay bills, they have deadlines.
Mhm.
And there's nobody there to help them to get their wings back, right? So
Well, that's-
thank you for what you're doing, because you are a blessing. You are an angel.
Yes.
She speaks.
It is a blessing, and that's what it is all about. We want to help you become the best you can possibly be and give you those tools that you need and a helping hand up to be able to achieve a higher quality of life. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And it is about empowerment. And we've got so much to talk about tonight. It's so great. We're going to talk a little bit. We'll start with now some issues around sleep and fatigue and being tired. So Dr. Jenny, wow, what makes us tired, and particularly fatigue is different than just regular tiredness, isn't it?
There are so many different obstacles when it comes to fatigue, Stephen. Starts with bad habits. That's number one. When
right.
I'm doing consultations with patients, what's their lifestyle? What are they eating? What medications are they taking? How much sleep are they getting? And if they're not getting enough sleep, what are the medications that they're taking? What are
Okay.
the supplements that they're taking? I even go down, up a level, I should say, like psychology.
Right.
Stress factors at home,
Exactly.
financial factors at home. Are you dealing with depression, anxiety? So there's other factors with that too. Are you working out? Are you active?
Well, there's a lot of anxiety, stress, and fear going on
Of
these
course.
days,
Mhm.
with the pandemic. I mean, it's really, and it's affecting people's mental health. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
With
one.
COVID, absolutely.
Mhm.
70 million people. We were just discussing this earlier, right? 70
Yes.
million unemployed right now currently in the United States.
It's incredible.
That's a lot to be depressed about.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
Mentally
exhausting.
exhausting. So when you're stealing, right, all of that excitement, people that probably just got new jobs, people that were just about to get married,
Mhm.
people that, they just got scholarships to a college somewhere,
Mhm.
right? Birthday parties right before the COVID that were scheduled, reservations. All of that just coming down, like the roof caving in, people are stressed out about it. So then how do you handle that stress, that fatigue that comes from being emotionally drained from environmental stressors,
Right.
right? Community stressors. So
Mm.
I take a functional approach, meaning let's see what the body is lacking. And we talk about this every
Okay.
single Wednesday. Treat the body like a car,
Mhm.
maintenance that car, and
Mhm.
support your lifestyle. Right?
Right. It needs regular service.
Yep. You got to change your oil, got to rotate those tires, got to put in the right type of gasoline. Look at those spark plugs, open up that hood.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, Miss Dr. Jenny, you're not taking your vitamin C, girl.
Right.
Right? I had a scare there not that long ago.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I told you that. I ended up in the hospital
Yes.
from chronic stress.
Yes.
And I'm so busy taking care of everybody else,
I'm not taking care of you.
I forget to take care of myself. And then the body goes, there was enough warning signs there.
Right.
The light comes up in your car that says, time to change your oil.
Right.
How
You
many
had a
times
lot
do
of
you
stuff
ignore
going on too, You really have had a lot of things happen that were just like right off the chain sort of stuff to you.
that? Yeah.
And so, yeah, I can appreciate that. And I think that this brings up a good point, Dr. Jenny, about how important it is to take care of ourselves. And as I recall from previous, because I get to learn from you every time we have a show, I'm
Wealth of
learning more,
knowledge,
right? That's
yes.
the awesome part of this. We hope you're learning with us too. And so sleep is really important, because that helps to refresh us, and getting into that REM sleep is the real critical part as well.
If you're not REMing, you're not truly being charged. Just like an iPhone has to be charged into the wall,
Right.
right? And if that plug, that connection's not doing anything, that little electric sign doesn't come on, the iPhone's not being charged. So it's the same way. We're plugging in.
Exactly.
So you have that pineal gland. Pineal gland's a tiny little grain of rice right here. They call it the third eye.
Yeah.
That's what elevates us into the spiritual realm, to be able to dream, to be able to process what we just went through today, or process what we want to do in the future, right? So if you're not dreaming, that's the first sign that you're not sleeping well. People might sleep for 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, but if they don't remember their dreams and they didn't have dreams during that night, they're not REM cycling. With the REM cycling, you're dreaming. It's amazing how many people I talk to when I ask them, are you dreaming? wow, I don't remember the last dream I had. So
Mhm.
then that's the first thing that I'm fixing is their sleep cycle. So I'm taking care of quite a few officers here locally. Their REM cycle is completely off because they're doing night shifts. Can you imagine
Right.
working from 6 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning? Their circadian rhythm's all messed up. They're not sleeping, they're not dreaming, they're gaining weight. So then I'm giving them a substance called L-glycine powder, which is an amino acid that tastes like sugar. It's the smallest of amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks to everything. Builds neural pathways, neurotransmitters. So you need that specific pathway neurologically that helps to elevate melatonin, that helps elevate organic acids like 5-HIA, serotonin. That's a neurotransmitter that controls mood and emotions, right?
Yes.
Plays a big factor in our sleep. Sleeping equals energy. Not sleeping equals fatigue, inflammation, cancer, irritability, right? Children that get cranky, what happens? What do?
Pass out.
If a kid doesn't sleep, how does their mood change?
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
pretty hard to handle. And,
They get cranky.
and they get
get
cranky and moody. Yeah.
Screaming at everything. The pink shoes. Because like you need a nap, little girl.
Exactly.
That is-
Exactly. Jenny, what techniques do you think are most effective when you're trying to get that REM sleep, the proper rest, so that you can reset?
Oh goodness, yes. Number one,
Good question.
get rid of your electronic device. Don't lay in bed
Bye-bye.
and then look at it.
Yes.
Scrolling through Facebook, looking to see how many Instagram impressions you like, posting another selfie while you're laying in bed when you should be sleeping. Go into bed now.
The world needs to know.
No, let your last post and your last picture not be in your bed. Put it away.
Right.
Charge it.
Like you would be
Right.
charged.
Take some CBD. Put that CBD cream right in the back of your neck. Tell your brain to shut off. Get a little bit of GABA. GABA amino is an amino acid that helps produce some of these molecules that help you have a good night's sleep and to help you to dream. So I have a product called GABA Dream, specifically for that person. Magnesium. How many people don't know that magnesium is for sleep cycle? Helps calm you down. Helps
I didn't know
slow
that.
the brain energy down.
Magnesium.
Magnesium. And guess what? Helps you to lose weight too.
Okay.
Gets rid of that pot belly. You
Oh.
wake up the next day, boom, you go to the bathroom. Remember that song? It's long, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
Done.
I love it, Dr. Jenny.
But it has to come out. You
Yeah,
have
that's
to.
right.
Yeah.
Your body
If
has
you're
to.
not sleeping, it even affects your poo.
Oh man, your digestive
It
system.
affects your digestive system.
Yeah.
So taking that magnesium is multifaceted. Calms you down, gets rid of that restlessness, restless leg syndrome. A lot of people can't sleep because they
Right.
have restless leg syndrome.
Right. A lot of people suffer from that.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I'm grateful that I don't suffer from that particularly, but it's got to be one of the most difficult things to deal with, you know?
Yeah.
How would people deal with then the regular restless leg syndrome that's keeping them awake at night, Dr. Jenny?
Magnesium. Taking
The
that
magnesium. So there we
Simple
go.
mineral. You take it, helps your digestive system,
Mhm.
helps to turn the lights off neurologically, and gets rid of that restless leg, even leg cramps.
Wow.
That annoying leg cramp that you get from being
Yeah.
dehydrated. Magnesium gets rid of that. And usually
Bana-
it's my elderly patients that suffer from the restless leg syndrome. But if you're a drinker, if you drink
Okay.
alcohol,
Yeah.
right?
Don't have to worry about that for me anymore. I'm
Tell
blessed
my
for that.
community a little bit more about magnesium.
Yeah.
You said a word. It's a really big word. And I want them to be educated. I want them to understand alternative methods and options for magnesium. Coming to a resource like you is a phenomenal option. But if it's not available, where would they go? What would they use?
Well, you can get magnesium at your local grocery store.
At the
You can go to
local
Whole
grocery
Foods, you can go to Trader Joe's, you can go to Publix,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Even Walmart should sell magnesium. It's a simple molecule, but you have to make sure when you're
But-
going to that facility, Latina,
Mhm.
that it says CGMP on the logo.
Right. Okay.
Somewhere on the label, it says good manufacturing process, CGMP. That's what it stands for, good manufacturing process, that it's certified. And what that means is it's regulated. The
Gotcha.
FDA goes in there and regulates that what's on the label is what's in the capsule. And it comes in different forms. You can take it in a liquid form, or you can take it in a capsule form. For some of my elderly patients or nurses that come in here and buy magnesium topical cream for some of their Alzheimer's patients that can't swallow pills. Autistic children, a cream form of magnesium really helps them calm them down, de-excites the neurons that are being overly activated, because that's really how it's working. All of these sleep chemicals, magnesium is just a mineral. You find it in lemon juice, you find it in bananas. You find it in citrus naturally.
In citrus.
Right? But if you're purchasing produce that has been genetically modified, you're not getting the naturally occurring magnesium, because now you had something that was synthetically made to be seedless. Right? I'm big on don't eat produce that says seedless. Seedless grapes, watermelons. God didn't create seedless anything.
That part.
Everything has to be replanted.
Yes.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, it is. Seeds are, yes.
Fruitful and
And
multiply.
it's just,
Be fruitful and multiply. That's
Exactly.
yes. I love the way that it's associated with fruit too, as well, you know. And things like, I'm just want to go here is about faith. Having faith, and having faith of a mustard seed can move mountains. And it's just a tiny little seed, but wow, you're right. So those are GMOs, genetically modified organisms, and so they're not normal.
Right. It's not normal.
Yeah.
We're cutting corners in our food industry. Companies like Monsanto, there's about 8 of them. Monsanto is just the most well-known company.
Okay.
Right? How do we make the shelf life? How do we get richer? It's about
the
dollar bill.
Yeah, it's about the money.
Right?
Huh? Yeah.
If any of your products in your pantry is still not molded after 6 months of being in there, like if you see a pack of bread that's been in there, and you're like, wow, this is still good. That should scare you.
Okay.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
there you are.
Very much so.
Cereals that haven't started to decompose
Yes.
after a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Throw it away.
So that's
Right? I was showing my children a package of what is that? Frosted Flakes.
yes, Frosted
They're
Flakes. Oh,
great, right?
aren't
Try
they?
to get the kid a cute little lion and all that. Woo, woo, you know, we got to get it because the lion is so cute, and it reminds them of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, right? At least for
sure.
me.
Yeah.
Just like a more masculine Tigger, right?
Yes.
I was showing them the ingredients labels, and then I had the Greenwise version of the Frosted Flakes, which is the organic version for Publix,
Right.
on there. Frosted Flakes had 16 ingredients. The Greenwise had 4.
Wow.
So we have to make sure that our moms, that our dads are taking the steps to watch what goes in their children's mouth, because that affects even their learning ability, right? Here's that vicious cycle. Our foods are being poisoned, and who are they being, you know, you get food stamps. They won't pay for the Greenwise cereal, but they'll pay for the Frosted Flakes. Tell me something about that. Come on, talk to me, Stephen.
Well, you know,
I'm processing.
Tony the Tiger. I didn't like Tony the Tiger as a kid, you know, but they drag you in because
It's a
of the
cycle.
advertising, you know, absolutely. And then there's all these preservatives, like you said. And that's what I was thinking immediately, is about these preservatives that keep things going and good and in a box. And so it really is important. I think the message here is to look at what you're buying and not to get things with 14 different ingredients and things that you can't pronounce the name of.
Look for
You know?
non-GMO products.
Non-GMO, that's the answer right there.
And we need to make sure that everybody in our community has access to whole foods,
Yes.
not synthetic foods, not foods that have no nutritional value and doesn't feed our little minds, doesn't feed anything except for causing inflammation, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. Right?
Now,
Meanwhile, you're getting more obese, and then you have your cards, your insurance cards.
Sure.
They send you to the clinics, and then they give you those medications.
A vicious
Well,
cycle.
how does a bad diet fit into? That's going to affect your sleep as well, isn't it?
Yeah, bad diet will definitely. You
Yeah.
know, you don't want to eat something right before you go to bed that is going to give you
Oops.
tons of energy, right?
I'm changing
Don't
that,
drink Red
everybody.
Bull right before you go go to bed.
Right.
Don't drink that caffeine right before you go to bed. Let's just pound some chocolate right before I go to bed. And
Not
then
good.
you're wired.
Yeah, yeah.
So eat foods that have the nutrients that are neuro de-excitatory nutrients, right? So
Excellent.
it calms the brain. Milk, whole milk. If my children are hungry,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them some nice whole milk.
Mhm.
All those fats, healthy fats. It has a tryptophan. It's organic, non-GMO'd milk. So all of the nutrients are intact. The vitamin D3, the tryptophan is huge in milk. Makes you so sleepy and calm, right?
Yes.
Tryptophan, the 5-HTP that's in there
Okay.
converts into that 5-HTP converts into serotonin and tells your body night night.
Yeah. And
So tryptophan, that's an amino acid.
interesting.
That's
Is that
neuro-
naturally occurring?
naturally occurring?
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I don't have any that's over the counter, but it is in my GABA Dreams supplement. And for anybody that actually tests, you see that big box right there, the NutriEval, you can actually test to see what your levels are. You can do specific testing to see what your nutritional status is neurologically that's causing you not to be able to go to sleep. For some people, it's tryptophan. For some people, it's a progesterone deficiency. For some people, it's melatonin.
Mhm.
For some people, it's 5-HIA. So we can customize it.
That's the beauty is that you can
Yeah.
actually, with the testing, then get something specific for that particular person.
Yeah.
And so it's not just a generic answer for you. It's actually specifically to your particular condition to help you be able to get better sleep. Because I know you touched on that about the social media thing and the computers and stuff. And I know years ago, that was definitely an issue that I had to change. Because I mean, you start out here looking about this was really interesting to you, but I wanted to do this, but then I saw this other thing and it took me here. And then that took me there. And then 2 hours later, it's like, well, I didn't get what I started out to get done, and then the next thing I know, I'm getting a couple hours worth of sleep, and it's like, oh my goodness, and then the next day I would be fatigued.
Mhm.
I would be fatigued because,
Exactly, yeah.
And it happens even without having that transition for bed. Think about how many times realistically we take this to the bathroom
Mhm.
yes,
and we're not paying attention and we're in there 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
right,
We're done,
right.
but we're using our phone, right? So when you just mentioned before bed and avoiding it and making sure it's almost like you have to have a routine that says an hour before bed,
Mhm.
no media.
Right.
Yeah,
And
good point.
Dim the lights,
Right.
isolate, put good food in your body, whole milk. Like, I don't think how it's delivered in my community about how much that can really help with calming. But the funny part about it is when we have kids, they give you that whole milk transition
Yeah.
from formula to whole milk,
Right.
allowing the kids to be, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but to me, it's like milk drunk. Yeah, and they just pass out.
Oh,
I just pass out.
And I love milk. I mean, I do love milk. That's one thing I do enjoy.
And then when women are nursing, believe it or not, breast milk has one of the highest content of THC.
Really?
Right. And THC is so calming. CBD is so calming. So you're
Right.
getting cannabinoids.
Wow. Yeah.
All of the molecules are in the cannabis plant out of breast milk.
Cut it
You
out.
see,
Stop playing. Stop playing.
Wow.
I tell you, did you just learn something like I just did too? That's really awesome. I
So
tell you.
there is a reason, right? And
Yes.
in our communities, what do? They push for the formulas because the food stamps pay for it, right? And they tell
Right.
you which ones. Okay, formula only has 9 amino acids.
Okay.
Breast milk has 190
Wow.
amino acids.
Wow.
So listen to how much you're depriving your child
From amino acids.
from amino acids.
Wow.
It's feeding the brain so the kids can have
So-
energy. That neurological energy is essential for their growth. Energy just doesn't mean physical, running around, hyper energy.
Right.
You have neurological energy, you have mitochondrial energy, and you have cellular energy. All right, so 3 different forms in our body, and all of these nutrients is what feeds those systems, right? Cellular energy, it's exactly, in the word, it protects your cells. Your cells need energy for you to thrive.
Right, for them to be healthy.
Red blood cells,
Mhm.
right? White blood cells. You need healthy white blood cells to fight off pathogens, to fight off toxins, toxins, endotoxins, fungus, mold, bacteria, all of that jazz. If you're drinking alcohol, if you're eating crappy food, those red blood cells, the white blood cells need to be healthy in order to be able to scavenge all the nonsense that you put in your body.
Mhm.
If you're a nonsense eater,
I try and eat healthy. I try and eat a balanced meal, but it's just on my timing. I need to get my timing down better
Timing's
because I'm just
everything.
doing this late at night thing. And so that's what's done this thing for me.
Speaking of which, we're going to be doing the biggest loser here with LWN, and these two are going to be my victims. Who do you think is going to be the biggest loser? Because every single Wednesday, we're going to be keeping you posted on
Yeah.
how much Steven's going to lose,
Okay.
increase his energy, decrease his belly, his
Yeah.
stress belly.
Oh, that Smith family trait you're going to get rid of?
Not gonna do any examples for Latina, but we're gonna work on it.
Right?
I'm super excited.
Entrepreneur, stressed out entrepreneur, mommy, queen bee,
Hey.
and that affects your weight,
It does.
right?
Yeah.
So we need her body to match what her brain,
So
Yeah,
her
she's so-
soul is
And
doing.
my soul.
Imagine her spirit, your soul. That's right, your soul. She's got a great soul.
So that's going to be pretty exciting.
Weight
Super
loss
excited.
equals energy. When you are heavy, you don't have any energy. Right? Slows you down because you can't move, and then you're sitting here like a couch potato.
I'm gonna be
Right.
bouncing, y'all.
Right.
Cheetos.
I'm gonna be bouncing.
Right?
Those are having the Cheetos, and those are my favorite.
Well, part of this, and I know that we've talked about that before, because it is going to be a structured diet too, I'm understanding as well. We got to be very careful about the things that we're going to be eating. So, I mean, we got some big changes coming up. I do.
She said
For
I can
real.
eat anything for 2 days.
That's what she
Yeah.
did say. She said 2 days. We got 2 days, but
Weight
that's
loss is essential for energy. And you too,
Yes.
you both are so energetic to begin with. You're this introverted
I'm.
energizer
I guess
bunny.
so. Yeah.
You do. And then she's this extroverted energizer bunny.
It really depends
Well-
on the audience.
And then we're going to post before and after pictures too.
That's what we're going to do. So I'm not
Starting
looking forward to
tomorrow.
that, by the way.
Right.
But,
Yeah,
it's
you're gonna start
okay.
This weekend. You're getting your supplements today,
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you're going to start this weekend.
We started
Yes.
weekend.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
so
the
means
plan.
You're going to load for 2 days, eat
Right.
3 pigs,
Right.
because that's how the HCG diet works.
Okay.
It's an injection. It's
Yes.
superficial. It's right in the abdomen.
Yes.
It's just like an insulin shot,
Right.
right? But that tiny little HCG molecule that you're injecting has so many health benefits because it's going to increase your testosterone. It's going to increase your progesterone. It's going to tell your body to demobilize fat and
Mhm.
get rid of it at a rapid rate. You're going to lose 1 to 3 pounds a day.
It's
I'm gonna be
wow.
sexy, y'all.
For 23
You're
days.
already sexy.
23 days.
23 days. Woo-hoo.
Is the new
23 days.
All right?
Wow. Okay.
Is the new skinny.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a test run. We're gonna have you guys vote on who's gonna lose the most, and
All right.
then we'll keep track of it.
It's up to you. All right.
Mhm.
Keep
Take-
track.
saw
start-
a
start
comment
guessing.
here.
Yeah. Do we have some comments that we can
Yeah,
address?
I saw one by Melissa Osborne. She
Okay.
says, I need help to eat in a certain way and think in a healthy way.
Huh.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. Yes, by the way, we love you,
That,
Melissa.
That comment, yeah. Everybody needs a health coach. I even need a health coach. I don't health coach myself. I'll go to a colleague, like, okay, motivate me, because I'm tired. I have 4 kids. The last thing I want to do
It's exercise.
is exercise.
All right. Right.
So
But yeah.
I was
how
thinner.
does one think in a healthy way? How do you
Oh, well,
transform?
positivity. And
Yeah.
it's about the routine that you were mentioning earlier.
I think
And
you
that
surround
is it.
yourself with the resources. I think you utilize apps that reinforce you having healthy habits. You connect to the LWN and you get faith-based support to make
Yes.
sure that you're learning with Dr. Jenny on Wednesdays.
Yes.
I think
Get yourself someone to hold you accountable.
that's right.
Yeah. You need an
accountability.
accountability coach is a good
That's
thing to
right.
have,
I
right?
always love working out with a partner. Whether
Yes.
it's a guy, whether it's female, it's a group. You
Right.
know that you have somebody who's like, okay, You meet me at the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there and we'll go together. The hardest part is getting into the gym.
Right. That is a hard part.
Mhm.
And for me, I used to ride a bike a lot. And I stopped riding the bike. Well, and now look at me. But so the thing is about it is that,
It was a process.
so now where does exercise fit into this as well, Dr. Jen?
Right, and I was just about to mention that.
Okay.
Because I will challenge bodybuilders and dietitians on their way of thinking. Because I'm a chemist.
Yes.
I know how the body's supposed to function.
Right.
And I tell them 90% of weight loss efforts comes from chemical balancing. The other 10% is diet and exercise, right? You have dietitians, you have personal trainers, like you just got to work out more, you got to be more.
Okay.
That's working harder, not smarter. Because somebody that's out of shape, right? I have an example of a 316-pound male
Okay.
that came to me, presented with, I've tried diets, I'm dieting, I'm exercising. I just plateaued, and I've plateaued for an entire year.
Okay.
Like, why am I not losing weight? And it's like, because your chemicals are out of balance, okay? If you have a car that's gasoline, everything else is perfect, but it has no oil, what do you think is gonna happen to that car?
Blow up.
It's
The engine's
gonna
give
stop
out.
running.
Give out.
Same thing with our bodies.
Right.
If you're gas and you're at the gym, but your oil hasn't been changed, you're grinding dry gears. You're putting too much wear and tear on your metabolics.
Okay.
So then you're producing stress hormones,
Mhm.
and that stress hormone puts fat on you. So
Okay,
I've
yeah.
known females. I've had one of my pharmacy techs, Tommy Lynn. I don't know if you've ever met
Yeah,
her.
I know
She's
Tommy
been
Lee.
here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
She was on a diet at one time that was just
Right.
croutons and lettuce.
What?
I finally had to say, okay, I am done looking at you going to the gym 2 hours a day and living off of salads. You have to live. You need to eat.
Yes.
So I changed her diet.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I'm going to trust you. I'm putting my health in your hands now. Put her on the HCG diet. She lost 45 pounds in 23 days.
Wow.
And over 60 inches. She looks like a Barbie doll. Right? Oh, I can't
Look, I
All
just
right,
did. I was
remember-
like, yes.
wait.
Remember-
23 days.
You guys got to vote. Who's going to be losing the most weight? This is Dr. Jenny's Biggest Loser. It's going to be quite exciting. We're excited
We're
because
excited.
we're going to get healthy,
Yes.
even healthier than we are. And we're going to lose weight. We're going to get fit and trim. And that's what's going to be super exciting. I'm looking forward to that, Dr. Jenny.
I'm so excited.
I know. I really am too. Now, why don't we go to a commercial break here? How about that? And we'll be back in just a moment here. We're going to do a commercial here with Total Coatings, which is a local business right here in Sarasota, Florida. They transform tubs and tiles and give them brand new life. Well, that's what we do here as well. It's great fun because we help to transform lives as well into a positive manner. But here, let's go to a commercial.
We let our bathtub go too long. It had rust in it, it had deep pitting in it, there were chips. I, quite frankly, thought it was unrepairable.
Total Coatings is a family-owned and operated bathtub and shower refinishing company. We've been around since 2006, but we use a exclusive non-toxic porcelain coating that was developed over 60 years ago by a franchise in California. So the product is very well established. We refinish bathtubs, showers, wall tile, countertops, and even sinks. Customers want to know what makes our product different, and that's, of course, the exclusive non-toxic porcelain. We also don't acid etch the surface, so you don't have to leave your home because of noxious fumes.
I was completely and utterly shocked. It looked like a brand new bathtub. I would recommend Total Coatings to anybody.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, we appreciate everybody that's taking time to watch this. This is an LWN media production. We are on E360 TV. So if you have a smart TV, you can be watching us on that TV. Download the E360 TV app on your Roku, your Amazon Fire, Apple or Android TV, and you can watch us on TV. Go to e360tv.com. Our shows are right there. We'd love for you to watch that. Make sure you tell your friends. If you're watching on Facebook too, this is an interactive broadcast. If you've got questions, please feel free to ask those questions. We'll try and address them and get to them as quickly as we can and answer as many as we can. So we appreciate you. Facebook and YouTube, if you're watching there, please do share this out. Tell your friends about this stuff. Every Wednesday, Dr. Jenny, we're here. We're talking about healthcare. We're talking about helping you become the best you can possibly become. And now,
If you have any questions,
yeah,
we're live, guys. Ask us some questions.
right. And I love this. We're live. This is different for us. Normally, we're coming from different studios, but now we're right here, by the way, downtown Main Street, Sarasota, Florida, at Age Vital Pharmacy, and it's Pharmacy Research and Wellness Center.
Mhm.
You can see that there's, in some cases, I think you can see some of it. We've got great stuff up here. These IV drips, maybe we should chat about that. We've done that a couple times together. That's so awesome.
Yeah. What a great way to be energized, though. You're looking for
Yes.
a nice pick-me-up,
Right?
right? Where you're kind of going to the spa, but this is a spa for your veins, right?
Yes.
And guess what's being fed inside your veins? Nutrients, amino acids, vitamins, minerals. So every time I get an IV drip, I'm glowing and I walk out like, not to mention the amount of toxins, because it forces all of the stress hormone out, right?
Okay.
Your hair, your skin, everything just feels like a plant that was withering away, that hasn't been watered and fertilized in a long time. And you go, oh, and you're like, oh my gosh, sunlight,
Yeah.
water.
It is. It's really awesome.
You know what that chameleon means? That chameleon is comments right here with your best guess. With your best guess. S.
Mine.
Alyssa, what is your guess, my friend?
Girl, you know I'm indecisive. I'm trapped between Crystal Skull and air. I'm gonna go with air.
You're just gonna go with air, nothing?
I'm just gonna go with air. I'm just gonna go with nothing. I don't know. I feel fine. I'll stick with Crystal Skull. Crystal Skull.
And you're gonna go with Crystal Skull then, and not air,
Yes.
nothing? Okay, you see
Yeah.
how I'm using the same fluctuation rule for them?
Ah.
Just to make it more confusing. Listen, but if you guys get this right at home, I am gonna give you the one, the only, a social distancing high five. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're bringing to the table today. So, if you really want that social distancing high five, what is your answer, my friend? Final answer. Hit the buzzard.
Are you really serious? Okay. the Crystal Skull.
Do it a minimum of 23 days or a maximum of 70, right? Your
Okay.
BMI, your inches, the fat just starts to melt off. But HCG is not a weight loss medication.
Right.
It's a fertility drug.
It's a fertility
right?
drug.
They're
Hey,
on it right now because the FDA wants to take it away from the private pharmaceutical sector. So
I
big
saw
pharma
that.
is on that.
Wow.
Yes.
yeah, I did
So we
read
have
that.
Pharmacists, we have doctors fighting for it, sending letters to Congress like you can't do that. They try to take away anything that's good for you. HCG is not just for females. The females, yes, do produce
Yeah.
it when they're pregnant. The placenta produces it. That's what signals the body not to abort your baby. So it's protecting you, right?
Okay.
But we have superficial levels. You have HCG. You have HCG. I have HCG right now. You don't have to be pregnant to have a small amount. That's all being naturally manufactured. For guys, it's great for boosting testosterone levels naturally. What guy
Okay.
doesn't want to be like He-Man?
Sounds
The
good.
power of Grayskull, right? Who remembers He-Man? Come on.
I'm done.
I adore.
I love it, I love it, I love it. I don't
And
know.
for women, She-Ra's.
Ah.
It helps boost the ovarian function,
Right.
which are testicles that haven't descended, ladies.
We were
okay?
talking about that earlier, right?
Did you
Because
know?
yes,
Little
it
known
is good
fact.
for men and women.
We
Apparently.
want to know what it feels like that time of the month, guys. Just know it's right there when you
Right.
accidentally do the wrong things.
So if you have this hormone
Right.
that re-regulates the testicles and re-regulates our ovaries, a lot of weight loss issues are caused by a hormonal issue, underlying hormonal
Right.
issue.
Mhm.
Because it's a hormone,
That's
right?
why you're losing weight. Yes.
Yes.
But it does demobilize fat deposits. So your body's being saturated by this molecule, by this HCG.
Yes.
So for 2 days, you're eating like a pig. Pizza,
Okay.
Whoppers, fast food, everything that Dr. Jenny says, don't do it. I'm
Okay.
giving you the freedom for 2 days.
All
to
right.
eat whatever you
Whatever I want, 2 days.
As much as you want till you throw up or your belly button protrudes.
Oh
Oops.
my
The
God.
more
Okay.
you load, the more you're gonna lose.
Did y'all hear that?
Right? This is not the time to eat.
Did you hear that?
chicken over a bed of lettuce, a slice of tomatoes.
No more.
Right? No.
Right.
No.
So we can eat
Men
serious.
typically lose more
Ah,
because
Okay.
they produce more testosterone than women.
Sorry.
Okay?
Focus. I gotta
Because
focus.
women have that estrogen, that naughty estrogen that causes us to
Hold it.
become leptin resistant.
Okay.
Leptin is what controls satiation in our body.
What's that,
So
Dr.
satiation is
Jenny?
that trigger that your body releases that tells you that you're full.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Ah.
reaches satiation within 20 minutes. So it doesn't matter how slow, how fast you eat.
Okay.
So I always tell people, eat slowly because you're going to get that full feeling regardless at that 20-minute mark, and you'll lose weight, right? Because if you overeat, in that
Yes.
20 minutes, that's when you're super uncomfortable. You're like, oh my gosh, why did I do that?
Been there. Been there.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
So you
So-
basically get to eat whatever you want for 48
For
hours.
48 hours. After that 48-hour period, you go into phase 2. This is when you drop down to the low glycemic foods. Low glycemic means you're eating foods that don't spike your insulin, right?
Okay.
So it's less on that index. So you're making better choices. So you're avoiding breads, pasta, rice,
Ooh.
and of course alcohol.
So
you're detoxing in the process.
spaghetti.
No spaghetti,
So-
not until phase 3 and 4.
Okay.
So for 23 days, you're eating fruits,
Okay.
vegetables, protein.
All
You
right.
can
I
eat
can
your
do that.
steaks, you can eat your salads, you can eat, but that HCG now knows what types of fats to focus and to home in on
Mhm.
because you saturated for 2 days. You were educating the HCG what to focus on. So for those 2 days, that HCG is bonding to all these fats. And then once you deprive it of all those fats, it goes into your reserves. So it's getting rid of all that visceral toxicity, all of the nasty, disgusting fats that you stored from bad eating habits,
Mhm.
stored from hormone abnormalities,
Okay.
right? You're only as healthy as the quality of your arteries. So it's going in there. It's like the rotor-rooter for your cells, for your arteries. So it's getting rid of all that intestinal fat. And
Okay.
your skin flows from the inside out. How do you think, Stephen, I can have
I know.
4 children?
And look like that.
And have a
Six-pack
six-pack. Yeah, she's got
She
a
looks
six-pack.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
I just had a play date this last weekend. Okay, and then they're like, wait, you have 4 kids and you're in a bikini.
That part.
Looking good in a bikini.
Right.
Looking really good in a
I'm gonna
bikini.
look like that too, y'all. I'm gonna be just like that.
I do it every time I have that. When that baby comes out, that's what I'm doing the first 6 weeks is my HCG diet. I
Right.
lose 45 pounds in 23 days. It's like clockwork. And I have pictures. I'll post pictures right before the baby. I look like, Lolita that just crossed the river, Boom, everything is gigantic. My booty, my boob, everything. So, and I'm holding a baby. And then I'll hold a little baby in my, gym clothes.
A
And
month
I'm like,
later.
what's this? 6 weeks postpartum. And I'm holding a little 6-week-old. And I'm still breastfeeding, right? So
Sure.
everybody is different on the HCG diet.
Okay.
I measure the amount of calories that you're allowed to eat based on your basic metabolic rate. So how much calories do you burn in a day based on how active you are,
Right.
right?
Right.
And we measure the BMI too, but the
Yeah.
BMR is so much more efficient. So in general, people are usually on a $1,200 to $2,000 calorie
Okay.
while they're on the HCG.
Okay.
But you have specific foods that you have to eat. We provide that complete food list.
Right,
So you know
right.
exactly which proteins, which is pretty much everything except for pork,
Okay.
right? None of the
Sure.
inflammatory foods, but steak, filet, prime ribs, brisket with a nice salad, and then you have your fruit,
Right.
right? So you can have an apple or an
That sounds
orange,
good, too.
strawberries,
Yeah.
Handle
Oh,
those.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I can handle
delicious.
those.
Yeah. It sounds good.
right? And
So
you're
you-
training your body how to lose weight efficiently.
So for 23 days, no breads, no sugars, no noodles, no rice,
No
no
rice,
white,
yeah.
nothing
No
white.
Yeah.
23 days of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I also wanted to just mention, while we're still talking about the HCG, was that I thought that I'd read, Dr. Jenny, that it will actually, if you're like pre-diabetic, it will help with diabetes if you're pre-diabetic, or it can help people with diabetes as well.
Right, because diabetes is all diet related, right? They weren't born with diabetes.
Right.
The type 1 diabetes where they're from birth, but diabetes type 2 is all nutritional and all diet,
Okay.
right? Just massive
Well,
bad eating habits.
okay, because I don't really
Yeah.
completely understand it, and yet
Yeah.
my dad's diabetic, and
Yeah.
it runs in the family.
In our community is high risk. When you're looking at the diverse community, the underserved community, diabetes, high blood pressure, sugar, all of those are consistent conversations. So this type of detox
Mhm.
could really not just allow the community to be aware of
Mhm.
options to do better, but actually teach them how to treat their body chemically
Yep.
better.
That's
So
awesome.
I think that's the major part for me bringing my
Knowledge is
perspective.
power.
Well, and yeah, I kind of wanted to go to that, I suppose, now is for you to tell the viewers more about your She Speaks
Of course.
solutions, right? And I'm so excited that we're going to be collaborating together, and we're going to be working together, and we're just really going to try and make a big difference. Ultimately, we want to be global. This is our plan. We're so excited about this. I mean, I'll start by saying how blessed. You need to know how blessed I feel to be able to have people like Latina sitting here next to me, and Dr. Jenny, and that we all have a very what's the word? We all have the same vision, and that vision is to help our communities. I think is as simply as I could put it.
Basically.
And you're about education.
I'm about education, I'm about awareness, and I'm about informing. She Speaks Solutions provides resources for alternative methods for mental health and mental health matters. So you have someone like Jenny who's phenomenal with the alternative resources, CBD, and understanding the dynamics of your health realm holistically. And then we also connect with our providers who provide physical therapy or therapy in general for the traditional methods for our communities, and just being able to bring that awareness and bring that knowledge to our communities and allowing them to connect with these resources is what our goal is. And we want to take it internationally. We want to start right here in our backyards to help with the homeless population, help with those who may be dealing with women and wellness. And we are hopefully connecting with those who are going through transitions,
Right.
And adding the aspect of education and connecting that to what Jenny has to offer and what Stephen has to offer to provide a community network.
Absolutely.
And we are so excited for this partnership. We are thankful, and we know that the Faith Foundation, large as a mustard seed, is all that it takes for us to take this to a new level and to be able to help our community on a whole new phase.
Yeah, and you guys can sponsor.
Yep.
And when you're sponsoring, you're helping somebody get on their feet and giving them the tools that they need to be able to help their family. We're not just handing a whole bunch of free stuff, guys. We're giving people the power, the courage, the spirit back that they need to be able to get on the feet on their own, to get jobs, to get education, and to have access to bioidentical nutrients and bioidentical hormones. So Stephen, where does one go to be able to sponsor?
Well, you can go and you can go to our website. It's the lwnfoundation.org. Send us an email to admin@lwnfoundation.org. We have a contact form on there. Send us some information. We want to hear from you. We are trying to get people to support us, to support our communities, and we need some sponsors. If you want as well to be an ambassador, we've got a plan for you. We'd love to hear from you. Yes, reach out to us.
The website?
The website is lwnfoundation.org. go there, send us an email. There's a contact form. You can do that for us. And we're working on
Exciting.
yeah, we're
is.
working on that website. It got broken a few months back. We've almost got that back up. And so it's going to be even bigger than better than ever was before.
Exactly.
So we're excited about that. Absolutely. And so you can also reach out. Tell them how you can
You can
reach out.
definitely participate in SheSpeaksSolutions.com website. LWN and Dr. Jenny are part of our
Yes.
partners page, and we're up as a 501c3, really ready to have the sponsors support us as we build this relationship, become a little stronger in our communities and ultimately internationally. So
Yes, and we will be international. You know that we will. We're going to.
We have a lot of college, university partners.
Definitely.
Tell our viewers a little bit about those partnerships, because this is huge, guys. The universities are taking notice.
Definitely.
Yes.
We honestly just got an articulation agreement with the Department of Social Work with Florida A&M University. Woo woo,
Woohoo.
right out of Tallahassee,
That is
Florida.
cool.
We're looking to connect with the students as they're getting ready to graduate to be able to get in the community and build their portfolios so that they can start really helping us, especially during this pandemic
Yeah.
and those who are really challenged with the resources. We're also partnering with North Carolina College to ultimately provide resources that will allow us to provide educational outlook, being able to give back into those high-risk, underserved communities. So take a look at our website, learn a little bit more about our partnership page. It is a little bit under construction, but we definitely are getting to the point with the support and the sponsorships to be able to connect our community with these resources.
Amen, sister.
Yes, and that is, and we need your support. We want you to, when you help support us, you're helping to support the community, and that's the beautiful
Exactly.
part about it. You're going to make a difference in somebody's life when you help us help others. And if you want to reach out to Dr. Jenny, you can do that too. She's got a website, agevital.com. And,
reach me via email, Jenny, Jenny @agevital.com. Look me up on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, on Facebook at Dr. Jenny Wilkins. So I'm everywhere, folks. You
Yes.
can find me. You can just Google my name and I'll pop up.
that's exactly how that works, and it
Yeah.
does.
We're running out of time, but
Are we running
there's
out of time?
So many questions.
Okay, let's
We
do
apologize.
questions. So how much
do
time?
we have behind
How much
the
time do we
scenes?
got?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
No, we're out of time.
We have Christina with 3 minutes. Okay, we will try to make this fast. Christina Scullion. I'm so sorry.
Scullin.
Scullin?
I think so.
See?
Hi, Christina.
Is there
Christina.
anything natural that can take cravings for soda away? Absolutely 100%. Natural estrogen blockers. When you're craving sugar, your body has too much estrogen. Estrogen gives you all of these different types of cravings. Even certain minerals, Christina, will cause you to crave sugars. And sugars feed fungus and mold in your body. People get all of this overgrowth of candida, which causes them to be sluggish, gain weight, not sleep, yada, yada. So taking magnesium, taking a mineral complex, or looking at your hormone levels to see how much progesterone you would need. To see if it is hormonally related, you can do a quick little finger prick, and it'll tell you if your estrogen is really high, which is called estrogen dominance, and if you need to start supplementing with different types of estrogen blockers, like zinc, Aromadim, which is a natural estrogen blocker as well, and progesterone. So give me a call if anybody wants a hormone consultation. Anybody that watches our show gets a free 15-minute consultation.
Whoa.
That's huge.
That is huge.
$50 consultation.
As long
And
as you
so go to
mention
your
They
website,
have to go to your
Eight-
website.
and mention LWN,
mention the LWN.
the show, to get that
okay? And we'll
discount.
And we are working, and I know that we're almost out of time, and we really appreciate everybody that has joined us this evening. This has been really awesome. We didn't even get to the super exciting news that's coming. And I'll tell you, I just want to say this. We are about to open the referral center right here in this location.
right here.
And we're going to start helping people get the resources that they need. Let us know. Tell us about how we can help you. Reach out to Dr. Jenny, and if you need some help in a consultation and you want to get healthy, Dr. Jenny can help you.
Absolutely. It's done via Zoom. It's all in a HIPAA compliance platform or a telephone call. So I always love hearing from our followers, and I'm so eager to help you be a better version of yourself.
Yes, awesome.
Last
ahead.
question
Yes.
from our audience is from
Okay.
Anissa. She says, does the sauna help detox toxins as well as adjusting your diet?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep, sweating is a way of definitely clearing up the pores and getting out toxins. That's why running is so important, or just building a sweat. Doesn't necessarily
Awesome.
have to be
Okay.
long endurance, Stephen.
Right.
Just doing jumping jacks or dancing in your living room. Put on your favorite music on for an hour. I do this with my children.
Yes.
By that end of the hour, we're so sweaty and we're doing it, having fun,